Hey guys, how you doing? It's Martin Cliffe. Welcome to another video. Now I set out at the start of this year, or at least kind of the end of last year, with a goal in mind. I set out several goals in mind. One was in terms of reducing my guitar collection, and my aim was to get down to 16 guitars. That was my number, that was a target, which sounds a lot, but it's 8 electrics, of which only 7 would be with me in Bucharest, 4 acoustics including a classical and a 12 string, and 4 basses, and that seemed pretty sensible compared with where I had been, but I seem to have gone past that. I will have, by the time this goes live, with any luck, already sold 1 extra guitar from that, because my aim was to keep my Surge AM Pro, which I've already sold, even as I'm filming this, and I'm pretty sure I'm also going to sell Snowy, my Ibanez JS100, because it's just not as much fun to play as some of my other guitars. But I'll need to keep a guitar, or I'll need to have a guitar in the UK, really, probably, kind of-ish, I guess. So what I think I'm almost certainly going to do is bring Storm over, and that can be my UK guitar. That's the current plan anyway. So then I will just have the 5 guitars in Bucharest, Mikey Old Red Blue, and then my Les Paul and my Telecaster. Do I keep the Tele? I'll think about that one. It's kind of useful to have in some ways, particularly for doing the pedal playthrough things, and it does also give me a kind of different feel and a different sound, even though I don't necessarily fall in love. I haven't necessarily fallen in love with that guitar. And then I'm umming and ahhing about selling one of my acoustic guitars, one of my 6-string acoustic guitars. As you know, I have 2 Yamaha APX 1200 2s, and I find myself playing the black one almost all the time, to the point that when we were doing some services for the Ukrainian congregation in Bucharest recently, just before I came back to the UK, which is where I am currently as I'm filming this, I actually lent my Natural Finish one to a guy who had come over to volunteer from the US for a few weeks, about a month and a half, and so he borrowed that. I don't play it. I don't play enough acoustic to really justify having 2 6-string acoustics, plus a 12-string acoustic, plus a nylon string. So, yeah, that would then be, what, 13? And then the decision still to be made would be about my little P5. It's a great bass, but it's not an M5. So I don't know exactly what number I will be at by the end of 2022, but it will be less than 16. It may even be 12. I'm just trying to reduce excess in my life, not just excess guitars, but excess stuff generally. Cleared out some pedals, gonna clear out some more. I'm gonna clear out all the excess cluttery stuff like spare pedal boards and spare guitar straps and random bits of junk, some of which hopefully I'll sell, some of which I'll give away, some of which if necessary I'll just throw out, because I just don't need that amount of stuff. Yeah, I think that will put me in a pretty good place to moving forwards, just in terms of, yeah, just wanting to have less excess around. So I still have a couple of elephants in the room, I guess you could call it, about stuff that don't really know yet what to do about, in terms of general reduction of my stuff. I have, well, obviously I have an acoustic drum kit. I have a very nice acoustic drum kit, but probably by the time this goes live I will have an electric kit as well, because that's something I need for what I'm doing. I can't use the acoustic kit at home, it's completely impractical in an apartment building. So I need to go down the electric route. That's one of the reasons I've been selling my Surs, to put the money together for that. So, what do I do with the acoustic kit? I don't know. I don't think that will go this year, but it may go at some point. One of my keyboards I'm going to be lending to Rob, because his keyboard has unfortunately bit the dust finally. He's had it a long time, it doesn't owe him anything, but so I'm going to lend him my Code Chrome, which will take me down to 3 keyboards. I was at 7 before I left Hong Kong, so yeah, that's again a step forward in terms of that, and we'll just see how things go. And I've still got a bit of PA and lighting gear, again, that I don't really know what to do with. I had been using my little LD Systems Stinger G12, is it? My little wedge speaker for acoustic guitars when we've been doing the Ukrainian service, just because it was a convenient way of plugging multiple things into one amp. But I don't know that I'll be using that going forward particularly much. So we'll see. I've got some things that I need to still think about. I've got a lot of microphones, some of which I probably don't really need, particularly all the drum mics and stuff. So we'll see how things go going forward. I want to get to the point where if we decide we want to be in a smaller place, because the place we've got is big for the two of us, and it's not cheap. It's not crazy money, but it's not cheap. Yeah, I want to be in a position where if we decide we want to be somewhere smaller, or just next time we move, which will happen at some point, yeah, where we decide to go next, and just the whole logistics of moving. We just want to be in a place where we're not moving as much stuff. In particular, I want to be in a place where I'm not moving so much stuff. So yeah, reducing amplifiers and PA gear and lighting and drums and all that kind of thing, as well as guitars and that. It's definitely something that will help in the long term. So there we go. It's just a process. It's not any kind of, it's not a financial thing. It's not, oh, we need the space because we're cluttered sort of thing. We're not cluttered. Our apartment never looks cluttered, but it's just a lot of excess, and to me excess is a distraction, and distractions prevent me from doing what I want to do, which is be creative. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Just a little bit of a kind of update on progress in my minimalism journey, I guess, and I'll see you next time. Take care.